when I discover a new thing that I just discovered on the Dragon's Path, is something that I will write down in my book of Dragon Shadows. Again, what is a book of Dragon Shadows? That is an empty book where you write down everything, your experiences, what you feel, and everything that happens to you on the Dragon's Path. Because everything can be very, very important, something that you want to remember later on. Because there are a lot of things that I seem to forgot that I now just read once more. Such as, this is actually very important for the Dragon's Path, and that is actually the day that your dragon pronounces the name that they have. Why is this very important? Because this is only meant for you. You're only this information that you have from the dragon is their name. Most of the time we name the name of the dragon as something human, like as for example, I called them in the beginning, I called them Dekos, but my dragon did not agree with this, so I just called my dragon my dragon. So it's as simple as that. But when we are alone, I can pronounce the name of the dragon. That is something that I just, it seems wrong that I share the name of the dragon, as it is only meant for you, and that is also what you should understand. If the dragon pronounces their name, it is actually dragon magic that they are saying to you, a personal moment of dragon magic that they are sharing only for you. The reason for this is because this is actually what can be said to open up the dragon's gate. Their name, the name of your dragon, can open up the dragon's gate immediately. Whenever you are pronouncing the name, it's a bit actually like, I don't like to compare with fantasy movies, but in Lord of the Rings, pronounce the name in Elvish, friend, and the gate open. That is actually what this is. If you pronounce the name of your dragon, if you one day know the name of one of your dragons, or even your dragon god, because even Tiamat, Fafnir, Pango, those are human given names, but the true names of the dragons are pure dragon magic. But that is actually not all. It's not only their name. Whatever your dragon is telling you, most of the time will be very, very personal information, in order so that you can follow them. So actually what they are saying is forbidden magic. It's forbidden because not everyone is allowed to know the ways to go through the dragon's gate, to find the dragon's gate as well. Not everyone should know, and that is why I'm going to write it down. I will write it down. I did it back in the day. I did write it down, but not in the very, very much in the beginning. I did not write it down, and that is unfortunate because that was very important for me to know. The first things that my dragon was telling me were very, very important. Some things I remembered, some things I didn't, and I remember that those things were very important, so that is a shame. So if something happens to you, something very important, or you from in your head there is a name that your dragon is saying to you in your mind, dragons talk to your head. They talk in in a way that you cannot hear them, but you will know what they are saying. So that your dragon will, everything that you write down will be your book of dragon shadows, your way to the dragon's gate, your way to the dragons themselves. Very important for you to know whatever you need to do and whatever your feelings are, because feelings, like I said, pure draconic emotions. It will pure draconic magic, I want to say. So whatever you are going to, whatever happens on your path, is very important to write it down. So eventually, can you give the book to someone else on the Dragon's Path? Well, actually, that is not recommended, that you will give this book to someone else, because, like I said, every path is different, so every habit will be different. And also every name will be different. It's not if you donate the name to someone else on the Dragon's Path, that this will be opening the gate for them. It will do nothing, because this is your magic, your personal draconic magic that your dragon is sharing with you. Whenever they are saying something, it is always in order so that you can follow them. That is why it's very important to know everything what they are saying. And sometimes we can misunderstand them very much, and whenever this happens, then nothing will happen. And if all of this information, for example, if all of this information that you have, and someone is using this in some kind of a coven, and they are experimenting with this, know that the Dragon's Gate has a security. So because it's far away, the fifth gate is very far, but if someone managed to go that far, because they also have spirits by their side to travel there, if they are not allowed on the Dragon's Gate, so it will happen that that they have this security as well, of course, then the dragon will remain invisible for them. They cannot feel them. They and sometimes even will backfire. Even if you try to open the Dragon's Gate and you have nothing with the dragon, only want to have benefits from it, dragons immediately know that. They will eventually go against the ones that want to enter, because they have no business there. If they just want to go inside of it and have all of these advantages from it, then the dragons will take action. That the dragons, dragon magic, if you are not on the dragon's path and you don't even care about dragons, but you just want to use it, then dragon magic can be very dark magic, very dark, and it will always come back in your face. If you want to see the void or even not coming out of it, then I recommend, if you try using dragon magic, whatever your dragon is saying, how you should understand your dragon is simply by listening to it. They listen to your head, to your mind. So sometimes we are saying, I'm talking to myself, but in this case, you should know that whenever your dragon is speaking, or whenever you are thinking to yourself, very important also how to distance those two from each other. To know whenever your dragon is talking, whenever you are talking to yourself. It's very different. The things that the dragon would say would never come up in your mind, all of this information. So a few moments ago, a few days actually ago, I talked to you about my dragon, my male black dragon with a red glow. Beautiful dragon, by the way, very highly sexual being. I mean, that is what dragons are. I wrote everything down. But his name, oh my God, that is indeed a god. His name, the name of this dragon was, just like the other dragons by my side, it's opens gates. I mean, the Dragon's Gate was immediately opened. Sometimes when people are saying me the name of their dragon, I know most of the time it's because you named them. You named your dragon. And there is nothing wrong with that, of course, to name your dragon in a human way. We are human after all. And so you are naming your dragon some kind of, like I said, Jacobs or something else, or maybe Philip, or like things like this, just simply human names. Or Draco, that is the most common one. But that is actually not the names of the dragon. The names of the dragon are very difficult to pronounce, sometimes even impossible. But once you manage to know your dragon's name, know that it's only meant for you. There are so many things that I cannot share, and it hurts me that I cannot share it, but it won't help you. The things that my dragon was sharing with me will not help you eventually. That is only your dragon that's supposed to show you the way to the dragon's path and show you the way to the Dragon's Gate in their own way, how they want it. That is the only thing that you need to know. You cannot share everything if it feels bad. If something feels bad, just like sharing the name, then don't. There are a lot of things that I wanted to share with all of you, but it felt bad. It felt very bad that I shouldn't say it, so I didn't. Even though I think that it can help you, my dragon has the last word and says no. Then no means no, and then I won't share it. Because the dragons, when they share something, it is sacred. It is very sacred, and I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess with it. If they share something with you, it's because they trust you. They chose you for a reason. They trust you very much. And they just want you to know how to go to the Dragon's Path and the Dragon's Gate, and how to meet with all of the dragons by your side. Sharing this secure information, sharing this information that humans should not know, but you are allowed to know. How to go on the Dragon's Gate, how to open the Dragon's Gate. It's not a game, not at all. It's not a game, and you should remember that. Write everything down. it will become your book of dragon shadows. Everything that the dragon is saying to you will become dragon magic and will show you the way to the dragon's gate.